right, it is time for the MGL review of the Golf Skate Caddy. Bo Hobson, your thoughts?
Well, it's interesting. It has an interesting feel to it. It's definitely a learning curve. We're on the, what hole is this? Seventh hole now, so it's taken about to this point to get used to it. Pretty simple. You have this here in your hand. If you want to go forward, you push this forward and you pull the trigger, and that's your throttle, theoretically. Yep, there we go. Okay. And then if you want to brake, you push the trigger forward, and then if you want to go backward, you flip it. Now you're going to pull it again, and you're going to go backward.
I notice you have to give a little bit of a helping hand there.
Sometimes it's a little wonky. Sometimes it doesn't want to go.
Let's talk about turning.
Right. So turning is all. It's recommended that you stand this way, but you're going to fall off in 3 seconds flat if you do that, because when you really start to bend, these wheels want to come off the ground a lot like that.
Oh, that was really easy. You didn't even give that much torque.
I didn't. So you're going to want to stand facing forward and just kind of shift your weight to your feet like this. So if I want to go to the left, I'm standing straight. So if I'm both weight is pretty evenly distributed and I pull the trigger, it's in the forward position. I'm just going to go straight. Okay, like that. Then if I'm going to go left, I'm just going to lean and go left. Now.
Can't hear you. Hang on.
Now, it's not sharp turning, so if you have a sharp turn to make,
you're in trouble.
You're in trouble. You might want to take a few goes at it, and you might have to back up a bit. The other thing is, I'm not sure why the throttle, you have to hold your throttle. I don't.
Back up into the sun here.
Okay.
All right, so the last thing that I've experienced on my Golf Skate Caddy, and you are as well, is the bizarre inconvenience of having to hold on to a trigger.
Right.
While you're holding on for dear life.
I don't understand this. I don't get why it's not part of the unit, and I'm not sure what costs were being saved by making this. But I don't get the thought behind this. It's not easier. It's certainly not more fun in any way. So I don't get why it's there, but it's not terrible. I mean, you can still hold on with both hands. You just have to be holding this as well. We
have done a comparison of the competitor of the Golf Skate Caddy, the golf board. Which is your preference?
The golf board is a lot more intuitive, I would say, and also not nearly as easy to flip. When I was on it, I was leaning almost off my full weight, and it wasn't even. It didn't come close to the two wheels coming off the ground, and the throttle is built into the machine, so you're not holding anything.
I do have to say that of all of the things associated with the Golf Skate Caddy, the handheld throttle is the silliest feature that could have easily been avoided.
Yeah, and honestly, if it was built into the machine itself, there wouldn't be much separating it from the golf board other than the tipping point.
Well, give them some inside unpaid analysis. Where would you put the throttle if you could, even if it was still a trigger sort of a thing? If that's what they're
personally, I thought where the golf board put it was perfect. It's kind of right here, hangs down almost, and it's just a thumb press. So you can still stand like this, or you can stand like this. But it's just, and you just press it with your thumb. It's very easy to press. It's not difficult. Your thumb's not going to get cramped. But if you couldn't do that, I mean, really anywhere that is easily accessible, that you can still hold on to both hands. So even if you had something like a foot pedal here, almost, that would be better than having to hold on to this and even keep track of it.
Overall letter grade?
I'll give it a C, because it has potential, and it is. I mean, it's fun, and you're in the breeze, and it's kind of cool. But it's just a few bizarre design choices, and the fact that you can pretty easily tip it. It's going to knock it down a bit.